Disney's Wish is the most pleasantly forgettable film of this year. Speedrun of the plot. Spoilers. Asha loves the kingdom. The kingdom's name is Rosa. And she has friends. You don't need to know any of their names. You don't. She wants to be the apprentice for the king. The king is a sorcerer that saved the kingdom a long time ago in an event that you will never, ever figure out what it is, but he'll tell you that it was a crazy event and whatever happened back then can never happen again. You will never ever figure out what that event is in this movie. She goes and meets the king and he shows her the stuff and she's like, wait a minute, whoa, you can't grant all the wishes? And he's like, yup. And she goes, wait a minute, my grandpa wants to be the guitar player and he wants to influence stuff. And he's like, that's bad. No. And he's like, well, okay, fine. People need to know that you will not grant wishes. And then she makes a wish upon a star. And then the star comes to life. Then the star helps her get her wish to give to her grandpa. But then Magnifico is like, uh-oh, someone's doing magic in the kingdom. I better do forbidden magic. And then Magnifico uses forbidden magic to try to find the person who's doing forbidden magic. But then he also realizes that if he uses forbidden magic to consume people's wishes, it gives him more and more power. And so Asha has to team up with her ragtag group of forgettable friends, a star, and a goat that talks to go take down the big bad sorcerer. And that's the movie. The movie itself is supposed to mark 100 years of Disney magic. You guys remember Disney? You guys remember Peter Pan? It was not good, but it wasn't horrible. It was not horrible. I think everyone wants to make new movies. However, they don't want to lose money. And they don't want to venture off into unknown territories knowing that they're going to lose money. So what they're going to do is that they're going to rely on what has worked before. And just with how people are nowadays, nostalgia is the key to getting your money. And that's just how it is. And so with this movie, the main thing that they're going to try to tell you to remember about this movie is, hey, remember Disney? Remember how great Disney was? Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't this great? And you'll just see that just all throughout this movie. I think they had a really interesting concept for the story. And the concept is that there's this king who is also a sorcerer. He has the ability to grant people's wishes. And so people will give them their wishes and they immediately forget what their wish is. But they know that their king can grant those wishes for them. The king, now with all of these wishes, will grant just the easiest ones just to get by because he can't grant unlimited power to every single person. And so that proves that he has this generosity factor to him. But however, he can deny your wish. If he crushes your wish, he can absorb your wish and gain a sense of power through that, and you lose your wish. You lose your drive. And I think that was a really good concept for a cool character. However, this movie suffers from poor pacing and sequencing. They had the beats of the story that they wanted to tell. I don't think that they honed in on what this will mean in the grander scheme of things, other than we need to show this and then move on. We need to show this and then move on. There's never really a moment that you get to connect with our main character, Ashta or something. But I just couldn't get myself to care about the character. The only one that was really memorable was the king, Magnifico, just because he felt like, I don't know, he just felt like he had the most progression. And he was doing the most stuff. He was the character that was doing the most in the movie. Our main character, she doesn't really do much, and that's sad. I like Disney movies, and I think a lot of people grew up watching Disney movies. But also, I understand that I'm a 22-year-old man, and this is a movie made for kids and children. But still, I'm gonna gripe about it because internet. If someone told me AI wrote a majority of this movie, I would believe them. I would believe them 100%. There's a scene in the movie where Ashta meets Magnifico, the king and sorcerer, and he shows her the wishes, and he tells her that most of these wishes will never be granted. And she's like, wait a minute, most of these wishes will never be granted. So that means my grandpa's wish won't be granted. And now you know this, and now I know this, but nobody else knows this? And then he's just like, yes. And then he does an evil thing, and she's like, you're evil. I gotta go tell everybody. And that's just how the line was. You don't even look it up. Don't even look it up. That's exactly how it went. But yeah, there's a lot of forgettable characters. There's a goat character in the movie for no reason. If you took the goat character out, the movie would be the exact same. They only put him in the movie just for marketability and plushies and to have a little silly voice and the guy to make butt jokes. The side characters are forgettable, except for the one girl. There's one girl. She wears a red dress and she has a crutch, and she's more interesting than the main character. But Asha, the only thing that you know about her is that she wants to grant her grandfather's wish. But it's just kind of just like stated. You know, you don't really like get that feel to like empathize with Asha, and it's more of just this is my thing, and now I'm gonna act quirky. Do you like me? Do you like me yet? There's a lot of character development that was kind of rushed. Each song has a really weird way of getting into the music. Like there's a song with Magnifico and Asha in the beginning of the movie where they're just having a conversation beforehand, and he just starts singing, but it feels like it's a part of their conversation and not like this is the performance part. Like he's not actually singing. Like in real world, he's not actually singing. This is for the audience. Like this is the song that we're going to play for the audience. But in the movie, it felt like they were just talking and then he just started singing to her. And I was like, that was the first time that's ever happened for me in a Disney movie, you know, where I felt like the singing was out of place a little bit. But main thing about Wish, it was an okay movie with really good concepts, but really poor execution. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about one big spoiler at the end of the movie that I have a issue with. So the spoiler is, at the end of the movie, it is alluded to that Magnifico becomes the mirror from Snow White, which, okay, fine. However, there's a scene with like, oh, here's Peter Pan. The goat's gonna found Zootopia. Whoa, crazy. And then we have Asha, right? And there was a moment in the movie where like a star gives her magic or something, and she becomes the fairy godmother in Cinderella. And I don't know. A lot of media wants to be the best when it comes to showing like ethnically diverse characters. I think what they fail with is, are you having ethnically diverse characters just for the sake to have diverse characters, or are you having ethnically diverse characters because those characters make sense for the story, right? Because like you don't just want to just shoehorn in, you know, just to make yourself just look good, right? And so also this is just a personal thing. You can think differently, and this is totally my opinion, but I just feel like, you know, if you're shoehorning in that this original character is now validated because now they are this nostalgic famous character that is just something just completely else, I feel like that takes from your original character, and it makes them seem like the only way for them to be validated for being a good character is their relationship to that other character. I don't know if that made sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like if you're going to have any character of any sort, doesn't matter about what race the character is. The only thing that matters is, does it make sense for the story, and can it hold up on its own 2 feet? And so I don't know, man. I don't know if Wish passes that test, man. But the music, hey, the music wasn't that bad. The music wasn't horrible. Easing into the songs was a little bumpy, but I don't know. Some of the songs were okay. I'm gonna talk about the animation real quick. Hey, the animation was, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't terrible. You know, I think the trailers looked pretty bad. I don't know. The characters were kind of lifeless. A lot of background characters were kind of lifeless. The only real animated character was Magnifico. The rest of the stuff was all right. Every once in a while, some of the backgrounds would look pretty good, but I think this movie looks way better as stills rather than moving pictures. Moving on. That's the entire movie. I don't know if this video is going to make sense. If you look on Letterboxd, the consensus for this movie is that it is a 2. It is a 2.6, I think. I will give it 2.5. Actually, you know what? I'll give this movie 2.5 stars. I don't think it's horrible. However, I don't think it's a competent movie. But what do I know? I'm a 22-year-old man watching a movie made for children. So be that as it may, let the cards fall where they need to fall. If you made it to the end of the video, wow, That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Nice. Yeah, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the movie. Drop a like down below. And also subscribe if you would like to subscribe. We're trying to hit 9 billion subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we're pretty close. So I'm just gonna sit down and let the cards show up, and you can click whatever video you want to watch next. Maybe I'll sing a song. Maybe I'll. So I made this wish. I can't remember the rest of the words.